Africa 2.0 still remains one of the most requested updates in the Hunter Call of the Wild history. And the question is still there. You know, why hasn't it happened yet? What needs to change for it to work? I mean, just in general, why haven't they done it yet if it remains one of the most requested updates? And it's not that they're ignoring us. It's that they're building their tech to get them there one day. And we're going to talk about in today's video why it hasn't happened yet and what they're going to do. Okay, so as some of you might know, this is the old Q&A from the developers of the Hunter Call of the Wild from a couple months ago, before Inti Peru Hunting Reserve was released. And this just basically talks about where it's going to be located and all the new foliage and things like that. This was the old Q&A. This is not anything new, but it does say one thing about Africa, and it's what I already talked about before in the intro of this video, and it's that their tech could very well be capable of doing it, but it would just not be a good experience for us, a part of the Hunter Call of the Wild community, to experience. They want to make sure it is pinpoint perfect before they release this, and it's not hard to see why, because we have been asking for it for quite literally years, and it's still one of the biggest topics to talk about in the Hunter Call of the Wild history. And if it is to come to the Hunter Call of the Wild, it very well makes sense that they haven't released it yet, because they want to make sure every detail, even the smallest ones, are just absolutely perfect. They want to get the game ready. They want to build their engine to be capable of handling animals such as like elephants, rhinos, hippos, giraffes, big African leopards. And for the African leopards, they can just use the Jaguar model, but increase the size a little bit, because African leopards are just absolutely massive. Similar to tiger sizes, maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not sure exactly, but majority of the animals, like elephants, rhinos, hippos, giraffes, I mean, just basically the majority of the population for this new Africa 2.0 map, everything's going to have to be like just completely started from scratch. They have basically nothing to go off of for models. I mean, very few of them they do, like the tapirs in the new Peru map. They can be tweaked a little bit to look like rhinos because they are in the rhino family, but it's going to be kind of difficult to do. I mean, this whole Africa 2.0 is people don't understand like how much of a difficult process this is going to be for them. And I'm like, come on, release it already, you know what I mean? But they just want to make sure every detail is just spot on. They want to make it a very good experience for us, and I appreciate that very much as part of the Hunter Call of the Wild community. But it would be very nice for them to kind of hurry up a little bit, but I'm not going to rush them. I want to make sure it's a good experience, and I want the same for you guys as part of the Hunter Call of the Wild community. And another thing we could possibly see too with this Africa map is remasters. So every species coming from Virunga savanna, lions, blue wildebeest, you name it, all the species on Virunga, we could see them get a remaster. And trust me when I say lions in Cape Buffalo could seriously use a remaster. And how could I forget warthogs too? Warthogs could definitely need a remaster. And I mean, everything on Virunga savanna, that was released in 2018, and everything just looks completely outdated. So if we are to get this map, I really hope we get remasters. And another thing we could also see with this new Africa 2.0 update is new mechanics, such as tree climbing mechanics, more aggression from like elephants, hippos, rhinos. I mean, I think even the lions too. Lions could use it too. I mean, pretty much the aggression system in the Hunter Call of the Wild, you know, if you run or anything like that, the majority of the animals start to flee. And me, I'm an adrenaline junkie, you know, I will say that. But how cool would it be, even if you had a rhino charge you, an elephant charge you, just picture it. How cool would that be if even if you ran, nothing spooked them. They wanted you dead. Like that's what I want in this map more than anything, is just better aggression systems, more tree climbing mechanics for like leopards, monkeys, you know. Monkeys is something I see all the time that people want. And even squirrels. If they added this new tree climbing mechanic, we could see squirrels in the future. So realistically, this entire update fits in with most of the things that people want. Others not so much, but hey, it's alright. I mean, you want what you want, and they're not going to ignore what you want. It just takes them time. Okay, so with this clue, the first one, what really interests me is how much Africa was mentioned in there. Now, this doesn't confirm anything at all by any means, but I really thought this was very interesting because of how much Africa was brought up in there. And the fact that EW thought it was so interesting to add those locations and take them into consideration. Now, every request that is sent by the Hunter Call of the Wild community or is brought up to Expansive Worlds, don't think they just ignore it. I mean, it takes them time to do stuff, you know? I mean, it's just not like, hey, I'm going to do this one day, you know, and it's done. No, it takes them a very long time to do, and in order for them to get what you want right, they're going to do everything it takes to do this correctly. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be whatever. They're going to do the best they can, and that's really all that matters. I want them to do the best they can. I don't want them to rush through this at all. I want them to get this off right because of how long players have wanted this, and I just want them to take their time with that. Alright everyone, thank you for watching that, and I really hope this cleared things up with your thoughts about Africa 2.0 and whether it'll happen or not. I will see you in the next one where we talk about another map.